Hey, what's up everyone? TNRI here. Our today's guest is Mehedi Reza, who is the CEO and founder of Jobike, the first bike-sharing company in Bangladesh. Bangladesh as a country is developing really quick, so there is a big future for Jobike. But let's hear the story of Mehedi.
Before I started Jobike, actually, I used to work for Alibaba in China, based in China. And the bicycle sharing is booming from China. So I found that it's very interesting. And I found that since I am from Bangladesh, the idea about bicycle sharing can be replicated to Bangladesh market because our people, in Bangladesh, we need this solution because we don't have any short distance mode of transportation solution in Bangladesh. Apart from Rica, I don't know if you know about Rica. It's a three-wheel paddle vehicle. Like one guy, he has to paddle it, and two passengers they sit behind him. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is not healthy, and so that is why I thought that it can be a great solution for our nation in Bangladesh market. So I quit the job, and then I left Alibaba, China, and then started Jobike. Okay, this is my story. How I started Jobike in Bangladesh. Back in 2018 June. So and we started from 300 bicycles.
With Jobike, you really wanted to create impact for the community, yes? Because you introduced the first bicycle rental system in the country.
Yeah, and we are the first one, and we don't have any other competitor right now. We are the only one in Bangladesh market. We started into university campus, okay, because for the students only, and still. We are now in 4 different campuses. The very biggest campuses in Bangladesh. And in campus, we are doing very good in campus because students, they need this solution. They don't have any other mode of transportation solution in campus area. So bicycle is the only mode of transportation solution they have. So that is why, students are very crazy to ride the bicycle. And especially the female student, the female. So we have almost 45% female. They are riding bicycle in campus area.
Wow.
So why? It's because of social. Like we have some social dispute in Bangladesh market. Like the female, they don't feel freedom to ride bicycle into neighborhood because the neighbor they talk something bad about the female. Oh my God, this female is riding bicycle because we are Muslim, okay? So, when the female goes to university, then they feel very much freedom. They feel like, riding bicycle, no one is watching. So no one is talking about them. So that is why the female is more encouraged to ride bicycle into campus. Yeah. And with the Jobike, for the last 3 years, almost 10,000 females they learn how to ride bicycle by using our Jobike bicycle.
And you made it really cheap for the students as well.
Yeah, it's very cheap. It's only 3 taka for 5 minutes. So it's like $0.03 only for 5 minutes. So, in campus area, 10 minutes is perfect. They can go anywhere in campus, okay, to roam around with their friends and family, okay. From one hall to another hall, or canteen to the faculty. So this is the distance they are covering in campus area. And outside of campus, we are in Costa's Bazaar. Costa's Bazaar is the it's a beach city. So we have an ocean, the beautiful ocean in Costa's Bazaar. All the tourists, almost 200,000 tourists, go to Costa's Bazaar every year. Okay. So at first we launched in Costa Bazaar because we wanted to attract tourists first because the 200,000 tourists, they are national tourists. They go to Costa Bazaar. So we launched in Costa Bazaar. So we don't have to do promotion or marketing because these 200,000 tourists they will see the Jobike and they will go back to their home, their local area, and they will talk about the Jobike bicycle. So this is our plan to make this more viral, to make this more, promotion to everywhere. Okay.
And the Cox's Bazaar, it was also your first location where you started the whole Jobike.
Yeah, the whole Jobike. And then we started gradually we moved to different campuses. Now in June during COVID-19, then we started Jobike operation in Dhaka city, because before June we were into surrounding area. It's like boundary, like campus, Costa Bazaar. So after June, then we got the permission. Even we got the partner. I mean the city corporation, the municipality corporation of Dhaka. They are now partner with Jobike, and also the ICT division. As I said, the minister of ICT division. They are also our partner, and they are supporting us to grow and to avail Jobike into city area, metropolitan area. So now we are in the city also.
How many users do you have at the moment?
We have around 180,000 users. Right now, the campus is shut down because of COVID-19. So we are only in Gulshan area during the COVID-19 with 100 bicycles. So we are having almost 20,000 average rides per month right now from 100 bicycles. And before COVID-19, we used to have almost 80,000 rides per month from 300 bicycles.
Wow, it's crazy.
And the Bangladesh is the third world country. We are very poor. So the behavior our behavior is a little bit different than the Western countries' behavior. So before I launched Jobike, everybody used to think that I am mad guy or crazy guy, because they used to think that the bicycle will be stolen over the night. This is how they were thinking. But I was so positive. So I thought nothing will happen. Let's see. But interestingly, out of this 300 or 350 bicycles, we just lost 9 bicycles in these 3 years only. So everywhere, people steal bicycles. This is very much common, But in Bangladesh, it's not happening. So I'm very much, excited why it's not happening sometimes. Okay. So it's because I understand later. It's because we made the awareness. We made people to feel that this is their bicycle in the campus. This is not our bicycle. This is your bicycle, and you have to take care of this bicycle. This is how we made the communication.
And you mentioned you were studying in Australia, in Sydney, yes?
So I was in Brisbane. I was in Brisbane for 1 year. I finished my diploma in commerce in Brisbane. Then I moved to Sydney for my BBA, Bachelor of Business Administration. And then I finished my BBA from Sydney, University of Western Sydney. And then I moved back to Bangladesh back in 2002. Even though I have been graduated from business background, but the technology, the computer is very much I was very much interested on computing or technology. So I started working on a system engineer. I used to do the fixing the dial-up modem that time, the dial-up internet modem, and also the computer installation of the thing. The system support engineer, the thing they do. And then later on, I wanted to build a website. So I was I was graphic designer and web designer. And also later on, then I moved to Japan to do the animation work. And I was also an animator. I used to animate the manga, Japanese manga.
Yeah.
And actually it's so much diversity. And then I came back to Bangladesh and working for Nokia Bangladesh, then Nokia Singapore, and then Wonderman, the agency. Also, then one of our TV station in Bangladesh, Channel I, they are one of the best TV channel in Bangladesh. They have formed a digital agency named iDigital. So I was the CEO of that digital agency. Then also I was working for Potomalo. Potomalo is one of the number one publisher in Bangladesh. They have the news publisher. So number one news publisher, the Potomalo. I was working as a head of digital for Potomalo. And then I moved to Alibaba in China as a product manager.
And that was your dream as well, to work in Alibaba, yes?
Yeah, that was my dream also, to working for, some 500 Fortune company or some best company in the world, especially with Jack Ma. So yeah, I did that. Okay. And later on, I actually, when I was in China, then I have learned so much from Alibaba. This is not only my work experience. This is like, how you can be the entrepreneur, how you can be very smarter, and also, like to become a founder or to become an entrepreneur, you have to have a gut. You have to have so much strength. Okay. So this is how I have built back in China, because I have found that every week the one Chinese guy, they get billionaire, almost every week. So they are doing something, okay, with the idea, and it's like amazed me. Oh my, how come every week they become 1 billionaire in China, okay? And then I thought maybe I have to do something by my own, okay? And then I found the problem that we have in Bangladesh market. This is the biggest problem that we have, which is traffic. We have so much traffic. We have to stuck into traffic 2.5 hours every day. Okay, you have to into the bus or anywhere. Okay, you don't have any mode of short distance transportation mode of solution in Bangladesh. So you have to stuck into traffic or you have to walk. And so that is why I found that this is the best problem that we have, the worst problem that we have, and to solve this problem, then I come up with this solution. So I don't say that this is an idea, because everywhere in this world that you can see the bicycle sharing company. So this is not a new idea. This is just a solution that I bring into my market.
And you took two of your colleagues from Alibaba as well, Pablo and William.
Yeah, Pablo and William. Yeah. So so many things about my background. Yeah. So Pablo and William. Pablo used to work for Alibaba as well. William from Brazil, Pablo from Mexico. So, when you start something, you have to have some co-founder who can support you. So what I did, before I go in for the pitch to investor, I've been pitching to my co-founders. Hey, let's do this thing. Let's quit the job. We can do the bicycle sharing in Bangladesh market. So I convinced them to quit the job and come into Bangladesh. So that is why I told them this is not only Bangladesh, because we wanted to move into Mexico, also in Brazil as well. That is why they were so much interested. Okay, Jobike can be in Mexico, Jobike can be in Brazil in the future. And interestingly, we are launching our bicycle share in our operation in Kenya. We have another business model, which is a franchise model. So since we have the technology, and this is very much capital intensive business. Like you have to have capital, you have to have so much capital to buy the bicycle. Okay. So that is why I thought, and it's very hard to raise capital in Bangladesh market. So how do we move then? How do we scale up? So that is why we come up with a franchise model. Like anyone in this world can be our franchisee. So we can share our technology, and anyone can launch bicycle sharing anywhere in this world. Okay, so we do the revenue sharing model. It's like splitting the revenue. All we think about how we can scale it up, how we can bring Jobike everywhere, the most of the people, so we can serve so many people.
How do you deal with all the stress that you have at the moment?
Oh my God! Sometimes I really wish I can go back to China, the Alibaba, where I was working. I used to get paid like lots of money. I used to have my own apartment from company. I used to travel everywhere in this world from my company's compensation, which is very beautiful life. Okay, so the entrepreneur life. Oh my God, this is very hard to make anyone understand. No one, even my family, they don't understand. So no one can understand. Even if you are an entrepreneur, then you can understand only, because sometimes I don't have money to pay the rent. Sometimes I don't have money to pay the bill or the employee cost. I have to manage employee. I have to manage the rent owner, especially during COVID-19. And I don't feel shy or shame to tell this story that, I sold my car, I sold my property, to have some cash so I can pay the bill. Okay. And I really don't feel shy to say this thing. Okay. And I feel so proud that I'm doing this thing. I'm contributing, in some way, in some extent. Okay. and I'm surviving. This is the most important. I'm surviving.
And you still work on your dream as well, and not someone else's dream.
Yeah. This is my dream. Okay. If I get successful in the future, then probably on the stage I can say these stories how I survive. Okay.
Exactly. And what was like the biggest learning moment for you throughout this journey as well?
Managing people is very hard things. Okay. Especially, I wanted to build a culture here in Bangladesh, like a Silicon Valley culture. Since I work for Alibaba, I work for Nokia, so I work for some global company. Okay, so they have some global culture environment, and I wanted to do the same thing in Bangladesh market. Okay, I wanted to make our culture like Silicon Valley culture, global company culture, and then I found that I did a very big mistake. Because it doesn't work here in Bangladesh market, okay? And I did a very big mistake. This is number one mistake that I have done in Bangladesh. So I have to act like the way the people that I'm managing, okay? Their mindset. I have to act local, not global, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So this is number one that I have, the learning that I have. And the second mistake, burning cash.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first time entrepreneur like me, like stupid entrepreneur, I'm talking about 3 years back. I have raised almost $400,000 when I started Jobike. It's big money, $400,000. And then, oh my God, it's $400,000. I bought a very fancy table. I bought a very fancy chair. And I spent I have a very good, beautiful signboard of Jobike everywhere, okay? So I spent money like hell, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then after 1 year down the line, I found, oh my God, I don't have any cash left into my bank account. So the second learning is is when you have money, and then that 1 year when I have money, I don't go for the pitch because I thought, oh my God, I have money into my bank account, so I don't need money. I don't need investment, okay? So this is one of the learning that I have. When you have cash, when you have money into your account, you should go for the pitch. You should go for the new investment. When you finish your money, I don't think you can raise money. It's very hard to raise money when you have no cash into your account because you have no ground, you have no negotiation power, nothing. Okay. So this is the second learning that I have. Okay, I'm still starting for that mistake. So this is so many things I've been learning over the time, and I am now very good. I would say I'm very good founder. Right now, I'm very good entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
I can save money. I know how to spend money. I know how to raise money. I know people how to act with anyone. So this is all the learning that I have doing all these mistakes.
And how do you make decisions then nowadays as an experienced entrepreneur?
My strength is the worker who are working on the field, who are doing the rebalancing with the van or from another bicycle to another bicycle, who are fixing my bicycle. They are my real worker, okay? Before that, I never had time to listen to them, okay? So now I understand, actually, they are my worker. They are being my cash, okay? So even though whatever I do, I used to ask questions. Like say, I want to do something. I want to have some decision. So I ask questions to all my workers individually. Hey, what do you think if I do this thing? If we do this thing? If we do this thing, what do you think? And then I come up with whatever decision that I have to make. Then I decide things. Okay.
Do you then also do anything outside of Jobike? Do you have any hobbies by any chance?
Well, I used to, but the travel is the greatest hobby that I have. The traveling around the world, around the place. Okay. Mm-hmm. And also, I used to do the, drone shooting, the drone mm-hmm. video. I used to capture the drone, the aerial shoot video. That is the thing. But these days, actually, I don't have time to do anything. Only the Jobike. Actually, mm-hmm. I forgot all the hobbies. And these days, I have to spend most of the time with the government, the city corporation, the worker, the investor, and also the financial guy because I need cash, all those things, This is my regular time that I'm spending. Later on, I believe actually, that everyone doesn't have that mindset, So entrepreneurship, you have to have this thing inside your blood. This is what I believe. Not everyone can sustain or survive, okay? Not everyone can. And I cannot blame everyone. Why you live in Jobike? Because this is, actually, it was my dream. And on the journey to your team, not everyone can support you. Someone will leave, someone will come. This is how the life is.
Who actually inspires you the most?
Well, to be very honest with you, I inspire myself the most because, like when you are the CEO, you're the founder, you will feel so many alone. This is another thing that you can realize, Founders been always alone. They don't have any motivator. Like, no one motivates me. When I go to my board, they don't motivate me. They discourage me. Hey, they just shout. When I go to investor, they don't motivate me. I have to manage them. When I go to employee, sometimes they motivate me. So I would say I motivate myself. I inspire myself, number one. Number two, I get inspiration from my co-workers, my colleagues. Sometimes, they motivate me. Hey, don't worry, everything will be fine. Okay. So this is what I feel like. I feel so good when I get motivation from them. So this is being a CEO. You have to motivate by yourself every day, every night. This is my formula. And if you talk about outside of teams, the Jack Ma is one of the motivator. I love Jack Ma so much. I always listen to him. Whatever he say, I always take his word and try to implement into real life. Okay. Even our ICT minister, his name is Pollock, Junaid Ahmed Pollock. He's a leader. He's developing the infrastructure very good way. So he's a good motivator. Sometimes I talk to him and he motivates me. Don't worry, everything will be fine. Even though there are so many challenges, he motivates me. Okay.
What kind of advice can you give to aspiring entrepreneurs?
Well, like I would say the first thing first, I would say, why entrepreneur fail? I understand why entrepreneur fail. Now I understand why entrepreneur fail because I'm into this shit for last 3 years. So I know perfectly why entrepreneur fail. I still did not fail just because one thing, which is to give up. So I would say if you give up easily, there's so many things happen. Last 3 years in my journey, there's so many things happen. So I could easily, give up anytime and leave my life to something else. Maybe started my new job or something. But honestly speaking, I never gave up. So this is the first system that I have. No matter what, I didn't give up. So I know someday will come. Of course, someday will come. So this is the first thing I would say to whole entrepreneur, not to give up easily. Okay, no matter what. Probably you don't have money to eat food for 2 days. It happened. It happened to me. It doesn't mean that I will give up and do things and change my dream. Okay. So this is the first message that I want to give, not to give up.
Thanks for tuning in and don't forget to like, comment, follow and share. More content coming. Stay safe, TNRI out.